Look who I found wandering around on the floor. Jim West.
I was selling sandwiches.
Oh, and you didn't save one for me?
I did. I got one right over
Okay,
here.
good. We'll get to that soon, right? Okay, now, Jim is a man of many talents, and so we're going to talk about his first love, which is So Many Places.
That's right. It's our travel company.
Yes.
It's been around for about 15 years now. Can you believe that?
You're too young.
Well, God bless you.
You started-
you get 2 sandwiches.
Okay, good. 2 sandwiches. Okay, now, So Many Places, where you arrange tours to the most beautiful places in the world, and usually there is some kind of a quilt-related thing or something that we as quilters want to see, as well as Bali or Kenya or China or etc.
So you're mentioning all the places that you're going to be going to.
Oh, gosh.
And Ricky and Alex just got back from Africa on safari with us.
And we watched that on Facebook.
Which was
And
great.
It was.
We
loved
had
it.
the best time. So,
Yeah.
I mean, really all around the world. And the way it started was, I had a friend who said, will you put together a quilt cruise? And I said, what's a quilt cruise?
Yes.
And so she said, you just do the cruise part, and I'll do the quilting part, and I'll get
Right.
the teachers. And we had Libby Lehman and Karen Combs and a couple of others.
Yeah.
And we had 265 quilters on our
Yes.
very first cruise.
Yeah.
And I went, ching, ching.
Oh, yeah.
ching. This is going to be a business I should really look into.
You should look into
and
it.
so one thing led to another. And we ended up, finding ourselves a niche that really hadn't been explored. There was a lady named Doreen Speckman years ago, started
yes.
bringing people on
Yes.
tours.
To Ireland, as I
Yes,
recall.
and I didn't get a chance to ever meet her before
Yeah.
she passed away.
Yeah.
But so it's kind of like that continuation of bringing quilters to different places.
Yes.
And speaking of Ireland, I live in Ireland, so that's very exciting. But,
Yes, it is.
That's a whole other topic.
It is.
And but no, so things developed. We had this great relationship, which we have now with
Yes.
McCall's Quilting Magazine, and we take quilters besides from the quilt show and besides from magazines. We do things that are really extraordinary. Like last year, we went with Ginny Bayer to India, and we followed the footsteps of how she was inspired there
Right,
with
right.
the architecture and the design of the borders of the buildings. And so it's seeing life through a quilter's eye in different destinations around the world.
Right. Now, I understand that there is a really exciting trip to China coming up soon.
There is. Now, who's taking that
Let me
one
think
out?
now.
Let
Who
me
is
see.
that? I think it's,
Yes, now that's extraordinary, I have to say. Now, you've
Yes.
been there,
Yes,
so
I
you
have
know
been
how
to China.
great China is.
Yeah,
So
love
our
China.
group typically flies into Beijing, and we stay there about 4 or 5 days, and then we fly down to Xi'an, which is where you'll have an opportunity to see the incredible terracotta
Warriors. I'm so looking forward to that.
And then we'll fly to Wuhan, I believe it is, or Chongqing, to join the Yangtze River cruise ship for
cruise.
about 4 days.
Right.
And then we'll fly off to Shanghai.
And we're doing Suzhou, the Silk City,
Yes,
we
we
not?
are,
Yes.
absolutely.
Mhm,
And so
yes.
and then you'll have 2 nights and 3 days in Shanghai, and then you'll fly home from there.
Right.
And it's just everything from silk spinning mills to cloisonne
Yes.
factories
Jade,
and
the
jade
jade
carving
fac-
factories and shopping like you have never seen before.
Bring one empty suitcase.
No, and then bring one empty, and then you can buy a second one
Yes,
while you're
yes.
there.
No, it is going to be fantastic. And I understand it's almost full.
It is.
Okay.
Well, that particular one, I
Yeah.
think there's like 8 spots left.
Okay, so those of you who want to join Elizabeth Phillips and myself going to China end of October, beginning of November, work quickly, okay?
Work quickly.
Exactly.
Chop, chop.
Chop, chop. Oh, very good. Okay. Thanks so much,
You're
Jim.
welcome.
It was wonderful to see you.
Yeah, nice to see you
okay,
too.
Take
Thank
care.
you.
I'm Sharon Pederson from Nine Patch Media for The Quilt Show. Jim West, okay, man of many faces, as I've already told you, is now going to tell us all about the exciting first international quilt festival in Ireland.
You got that right. So, well, for those of you who don't know, I live in Ireland now. I live in Galway, Ireland.
He has 3 spare bedrooms.
I do. You do. You read my Facebook.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay. Everybody's welcome. So, June 7th through the 10th of next year, 2012, we are launching the very first International Quilt Festival of Ireland. And when I moved there, I realized that the Irish quilters are really fantastic, and they have some beautiful organizations. And one of the things that really touched me about Ireland is not only the people, but the countryside, but they have traditions and traditional crafts. And I think more than anything, as we set up the festival, we wanted to do something that was completely different than any festival
Anywhere in the world.
really.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
not a convention center. We've taken the university in Galway and we've turned it into a quilters village. And so
Complete with a pub.
with the pub, the Wicked Thimble Pub, and that's where Sharon will be every night.
Every night,
Okay.
yes.
So the Wicked Thimble Pub is right next to the town hall, and then right across, you'll love this, right around the corner in the Quilters Square is Fat Quarters Chocolate Shop.
Fat Quarters.
Don't you love that?
Chocolate shop. I can taste it already.
So you'll have everything from hands-on workshops and
Lace
quilting,
making?
lace
Lace
making. So
making.
you'll be able to not only just do your hands-on quilting classes at the Quilters Village, but we'll have on-location workshops where we'll take you to the Connemara, where you can take pictures of things and then come back and do some painting in the afternoon, or you can learn how to make homemade Irish brown bread at a famine village, or go out. You can go knitting at the Aran Islands for an overnight. I mean, we really have
You've
set up
thought
some.
of everything.
We have thought of everything.
Including what to do with the husband who wants to come along, but he doesn't have anything to do.
That's it. For the first,
So-
for the first time, we thought it was time that an international quilt festival addressed the husbands or non-quilters. So we designed a program starting on the very first day of the festival to the very last part of the last day, where the husbands or non-quilters can go fishing in the Connemara, go golfing, do the pub crawl.
Is there
yeah.
a whiskey?
There's
trail?
a whiskey trail
Whiskey
tour.
trail
so,
tour.
so really, there's a lot of different things for husbands. So we're kicking it off with a grand reception on Thursday night. Well, Jenny Byers, our keynote speaker. Ricky will be coming.
Oh,
so
good,
I
good,
mean,
good,
really
good.
some really exciting things.
Yeah.
The website for that, if I can mention
Please,
it,
please.
it stands for International Quilt Festival of Ireland, which is www.iqfoi.com, and all the information's on there, so you'll be able to find out more.
But even if they can't remember that, if they just Google International Quilt Festival, you're going to come up, right?
Of Ireland.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I went too fast.
Yes, that's okay.
International Quilt Festival of Ireland.
Because if you say Ireland, then you're going to feel so much better about yourself.
Okay,
All
we'll
right.
see you in Ireland.
All right, you got it.
Okay,
All right, see ya.
okay. I'm Sharon Pederson from Nine Patch Media for The Quilt Show.
Look at how huggy we got. See,
Yeah,
that's
we
what
did.
Ireland does to people. Mwah. Mwah.